Pooja, you can get started, please.
Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to all the students and parents joining us today. On behalf of Rockwoods International School, I thank you for taking the time to join this very important discussion titled All About IITJEE and NEET, What Every Student and Parent Must Know. Every year, thousands of students dream of becoming engineers, doctors, scientists, and innovators, but many families are confused about how to start preparation and what the right strategy is and how to support students without overwhelming them. Today's session will help you get clarity on exactly that. In the next 30 minutes, we will discuss how students should start preparing for IIT and NEET, smart strategies that successful students follow, common mistakes students make during preparation, the role parents play in supporting students, and how institutions like Rockwoods guide students towards success. We are fortunate to have two very experienced educators with us today. First, we have Mr. Subramaniam Rangineni, the CEO of Rockwoods International School. Subhi sir is an alumnus of IM Indore and an expert in competitive exam preparation and personalized counseling with decades of experience guiding students towards top careers. And joining him is Ms. Swati, principal of Rockwoods International School, Jangaon, an experienced academic leader who has worked extensively on student development, smart learning strategies, and student well-being. Welcome to both of you. Let us begin with the most important questions many students and parents ask. Subramaniam sir, good evening. IIT JEE and NEET are among the most competitive exams in India. Yet, many parents are unsure about the details. Can you please help us understand more about the IIT JEE main exam?
Sure. Thank you very much for the warm introduction of myself. It's always good to hear about myself from the others. And very good evening, everyone. And last 15 to 20 days, I think many of the parents that I met, many students that I met, they were asking a lot about, especially about engineering entrance exam, about IIT JEE exam. So let me take little time to talk in detail about IIT JEE exam here. Let me share my screen to begin with. So IIT JEE exam, JEE stands for Joint Entrance Exam. This exam is conducted to provide admissions across all over India, uh, prestigious universities like IITs, NITs, and IIITs. And this exam is conducted at two levels. First one is called JEE Main, and second one is called JEE Advanced. And in order to write this exam, one must have studied mathematics, physics, chemistry in their 11th and 12th, and they should have got some minimum percentage of marks in their 11th and 12th. Now that you have asked about JEE Main exam, let me talk in detail about how this exam happens. JEE Main exam is conducted twice in a year. The first one is conducted every year in the month of January, and second one is conducted in the month of April. And any MPC students who are studying their 12th, they can attempt both these exams. Attempt one in January month and also attempt two in the April month. The best of the score is going to be taken into account. So, meaning there is wonderful opportunity of writing this exam again. And the score is calculated as a percentile based on how many number of children are ahead of you. Meaning it is not percentage, it is percentile. And this score is used to provide admission into NITs, triple ITs, and also centrally funded technical institutes. Meaning with JEE main exam itself, if you score good, you will be able to get into prestigious colleges like NITs, IIITs, and centrally funded technical institutes. Not only that, there are some private universities, they also consider JEE main score as the entry criteria there into their universities. Apart from that, this score is also used as a qualifying criteria to write the advanced examination, and that examination score is taken into account while giving admissions in IIT universities. Now let me talk about the question paper pattern. Most of the parents talk about JEE main exam in detail. This exam is conducted by National Testing Agency, and the mode of this examination is this examination happens on computer, meaning somebody who can practice the assessments on the computer, they will have good experience and they will be able to make use of that experience and perform better in the exam. And in terms of the question paper pattern, you will have three core subjects as part of this exam. First one, mathematics, and second one, physics, and third one is chemistry. In each subject, you will have two sections. Section 1, you will have 20 single correct, multiple choice questions. And section 2, you will have numericals, something like fill in the blank, where number is the answer. Meaning in every subject, you will have 20 plus 5. Total 25 questions are going to be there. Mathematics 25 questions, physics 25 questions, and also in chemistry 25 questions. Meaning total there are going to be 75 questions. And all these MCQs are single correct answer, meaning out of 4 options that are going to be available for every question, one option is the right one. For every correct answer, child is going to be given 4 marks. 4 marks will be awarded. Every wrong option, including numericals, there is going to be negative 1 mark. Meaning this examination is based on the accuracy. So we strongly recommend students, if they are very sure of the answer, then only attempt. Otherwise, it is better not to attempt. And as I mentioned, this examination is conducted twice in a year. January 1st attempt and April 2nd attempt. And if any child is preparing throughout the 2 years during their 11th and 12th, and if they thoroughly master NCERT and listen to the classes and do the exams throughout the year, they will be able to perform better in this JEE main exam. That's all about JEE main exam. Sujay, back to you.
Thank you, sir. That was extremely insightful. Now, if you can, please shed some light on the JEE advanced exam also.
Sure, Sujay. So, as I mentioned, JEE main score will be used as a qualifying criteria to write JEE advanced exam. JEE main score itself is sufficient to get into NITs, IIITs, and centrally funded use JEE main score. But if someone wanted to get into IITs, they must qualify JEE main exam and then the next exam called JEE advanced. They should write this exam. This exam is typically conducted towards end of May or in the beginning of June. This year, this exam is planned to be conducted on 18th of May. And one of the IITs conduct this exam, and there are going to be 2 papers. First paper is going to be in the morning. In the paper 1, you are going to write all the 3 subjects: math, physics, chemistry. Paper 2 also, it is going to happen on the same day in the second half. Again, math, physics, chemistry are going to be part of that examination. This exam is also conducted online, meaning children are going to write on the computer. And each paper duration is 3 hours. And I think for JEE main exam is also 3 hours. I forgot to mention that. And as far as a paper pattern is concerned, every year the question paper pattern changes. It is not fixed. But I'm just have taken last year paper pattern and I'm presenting it over here for a reference. More or less, these are the various category type of questions that we get: single correct answers, numericals, and there are marks for correct answers, and there are negative marks if you don't do it correctly, meaning again advanced test is also more based on the accuracy. Paper 2, again all three subjects will be there. Slightly different type of category questions would come. Multi correct answers, numericals, non-negative integer answers, and paragraph based questions like comprehension style kind of questions would be part of the question papers. Somebody who studies throughout year 1, year 2, and who writes advanced kind of exams pretty regularly and does the error analysis, they will be able to easily crack advanced exam as well. But thorough preparation and good guidance required from the faculty and college side as well. That's all about advanced examination. Back to you, Sujay.
And about the NEET exam, that would be incredibly helpful.
All right. So you wanted me to cover about NEET exam as well?
Yes, yes.
All right. I
Um,
would take that. So I would naturally expect, I think all the students who are planning to get into IITs, NITs, they need to take up JEE exam. Children who wanted to get into medical colleges, they must would like to know about, what is NEET exam. So let me talk on that as well here. So, NEET exam, as all of you might have been already aware, it stands for National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test. And somebody who wanted to get into medical colleges and any type of medical degree, beginning with MBBS, BDS, Ayush, and all those kind of degrees, if you wanted to pursue, you must write this examination. This examination is again conducted by and someone, if they wanted to write NEET examination, first thing is they should have studied botany, zoology, physics, and chemistry in their 11th and 12th. And there is a minimum age criteria as well. And this exam at this point of time, it is pen and paper mode, meaning it's a physical paper is going to be given to the child. Child needs to bubble it on the OMR sheet, and it is going to be scanned, and the results are going to be shared after maybe 3 to 4 weeks after the exam is done. As far as a question paper pattern is concerned, this question paper would have typically questions from botany, zoology, put together biology. You will have 90 questions. Typically, 45 questions would come from botany, 45 questions from zoology. Number might vary little here and there between that. And then physics, again, you will have 45 questions. Chemistry, you will have 45 questions. In all, you will have 180 questions. And all these questions need to be answered in 3 hours. So it is a time crunchy kind of examination. Most of the children, as far as a marking scheme is concerned, every correct answer child will be rewarded with 4 marks, and every wrong answer child will be given -1 mark. So there is a negative marking, and meaning Again, this also is an accuracy based test. So if if you're writing this examination, it is good that if you know the answer only, you must attempt. If you don't know the answer, it's better not to attempt that question. It's better to leave. And throughout through 2 years, in your 11th and 12th, if you thoroughly prepare with the discipline, with consistency, you will be able to crack this examination and get into the any medical college across India. That's about NEET examination. Back to you, Sujay.
Thank you, sir, for your detailed explanation. Now, I'd like to bring Ms. Swati MS, Principal of Rockwoods International School, Jangaon, into discussion. Swati works close students, parents, and deep insights into student future and well-being. Swamam, many students begin preparing for competitive exams but struggle with consistency. From your experience, what are the smart strategies students should follow during preparation, and what are the common mishaps should
Jay, I'm not able to hear you. Are you still speaking?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Did you get any part of my question, or
Yes.
I'll
So
repeat once
basically,
more?
I believe you asked me about the smart strategies that should be followed by students, right?
Yes, yes. And also the common errors that parents can spot.
Right. Thank you,
Yes.
Mr. Jia. It's truly a pleasure to interact with our Rockwoodian families and students this evening. One thing that I would like to always tell students is that preparing for IIT JEE or NEET is not just about intelligence, it is about discipline, mindset, and the right strategy. So there are many things that should be combined together to achieve success. I find that many students work very hard, but without the right approach, their efforts don't really translate into results. So let me briefly take you through the strategies that would really make a difference. First of all, the mastering the core NCRT, right? A firm grounding of the concepts definitely does help in all of other aspects as well. So one of the most common mistakes students make is ignoring the basics and jumping directly to difficult questions. And hence at Rockwoods, we focus first on strong grounding in the NCRT concepts before moving on to the advanced competitive material. Students must always ask themselves, why does this formula work, or where can this concept be applied? Because in exams like IIT, JEE, and NEET, conceptual clarity is far more powerful than memorization. The other thing I would, specify that Rockwood's advantage is that we provide various, competitive edge books, which are additional worksheets, which definitely does help in achieving a thorough understanding of the concepts itself. We do have asynchronous learning, which means that students can make use of their offline time as well. And this would definitely help in their capacity building. They would be able to increase their ability to solve with multiple techniques, and over a period of time they would see the desired results. Of course, the innumerable number of multiple mock tests that we provide, whether it's the weekly tests or the daily practice tests, really adds to the students' preparation. And we have an extremely good set of faculty. The expert faculty counseling helps during question paper discussions, and these are done right after the exams also. So this is something that students should not miss out on, and they should seek the help of the faculty. And as and when they have any doubt, they should approach their respective teachers. Building time efficiency is of course very important, because every day, if you keep set amount of time for your practice, you would see consistent results, and it would improve with every test that you've taken up. We do encourage group learning. A peer learning environment, really adds to the child's preparation, because you're not alone in the race. There are many other students, and joining hands with multiple other students who are similarly working would definitely help. The other aspect that we really talk about is building the error analysis habit. A major mistake that students make is solving many questions but not analyzing their mistakes. So at Rockwoods, every weekend, when we have the test, we do a detailed error analysis. We tell them, that your mistakes are actually your best teachers, because after every test, students should be looking at, did I miss this because there was a concept gap? Was there a calculation mistake? Or, did I panic because of the time pressure? This habit alone can drastically improve the student performance. And yes, like I just said, building time efficiency, right? Consistency is very important. So though you are, doing everyday practice, sticking with it, because it's a marathon, not a sprint. Many students study intensively for a few weeks and then they burn out. But success actually comes when there is daily disciplined effort for over a period of time. So if you are concentrated over 2 years, then you can actually see that proper planning, you will be producing outstanding results. All of this is very important, but not to forget is your own well-being. The student should ensure that they should not succumb to exam anxiety or peer pressure or self-doubt, because where self-doubt creeps in, you are not able to really perform well. And that is also another Rockwood's advantage. Unlike many of our large coaching systems, we do not label or brand students based on marks, because that damages the entire confidence. Instead, we focus on creating stress-free and supportive learning environment. We actively work on their stress management by providing counseling. There is goal setting, that happens regularly, and confidence building exercises. All of these build a calm, confident mind, which helps to perform far better in the competitive exams. I think that should answer most of the tips that students are looking for, Sujaya. If there is
Okay. Yes, thank you so much for your answer. So there is a final question for you both. The question to you, Subhi sir, is that what other opportunities do students have other than IIT JEE or NEET?
Thank you, Sujay, for asking this question. And many of you might have been knowing, I think in IITs, we have somewhere around 30,000 odd number of, engineering seats. If I add NITs, you have somewhere around, again, 30,000 odd number of seats. But approximately 20 plus lakh children would be writing this exam. You can imagine, the kind of competition children are going to have. It is also very important to look, the alternate options our children going to have. Apart from, IIT JEE main exam, there are other prestigious universities that are available in India. One such exam that you can think of is BITSAT. BITS Pilani campuses, they conduct this exam. There are four beautiful campuses, three in India, one in abroad. By writing this exam, children can get into engineering college called BITS Pilani. And VIT college is also very popular, on par with some of the IITs and NITs. They do conduct VIT engineering entrance exam, so children can think of that. And there is also very popular exam called CUET, Central University Entrance Test. In order to get central universities across all over India, children can think of writing this examination. And EPSET is one more very popular exam in Telangana. In order to get engineering colleges in Telangana, agriculture, BSc kind of colleges, by BPC students, B Pharmacy kind of, courses they can get into. They must take up this examination. And, many other exams like NDA and, CLAT, or, IP MAT is one more very, very popular examination. Very off late, a lot of good number of IIMs are offering integrated BBA come and MBA kind of courses. So to get into that, one can think of writing IP MAT exam, very popular exam, and getting into IIM and doing BBA there and doing MBA there, you will have plenty of opportunities for yourself. Like this, there are many examinations one can think of. I think we have done one webinar last week. We have covered a good number of examinations over there. And if someone is looking at any subsequent, some specific exams and all that, you can just definitely approach us. We'll be able to provide the required career counseling and help children to prepare for that exam, crack that exam, and get into that university. That's about a few other examinations that I can think of at this point of time, Sujay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your enlightening answer. So coming back to ma'am, for what should we do if a child loses motivation? Because we can see that normally during such marathon kind of examinations, how does Rockwoods ensure students do not experience excessive stress?
Okay, thank you for that question, Mr. Jia. I think to a large extent, the environment that is created around a student is very important to enable the student during their intensive coaching. That this journey of the 2 years, I think not just the student but the parents and the entire faculty, everyone is part of it. And I would say that I would like to say a few words to the parents here. You parents, you play a very powerful role in a student's success. Students need support, not pressure. So parents should look at encouraging effort rather than only results, and avoid constant comparison with other children. Appreciate every small progress, even if it is just a small improvement that you notice. The effort is what should be appreciated. When students feel emotionally supported at home, their performance improves significantly. And at Rockwoods, we strengthen this partnership further through regular parent connect sessions with our senior faculty. Because ultimately, a student's success is a team effort between students, parents, and educators alike. And for the students, what I would suggest is that staying early on in the game, not losing your focus. And the other smart strategies that I mentioned before, that is, working on consistent effort, building, setting a goal, and ensuring that you track your results and follow up on things, and connect with your faculty to check the error analysis. All of this is very important. If you do this, then everything is going to fall in place. A small failure should not make you feel demotivated. There is always a next exam or the other, that is going to come your way. So do not lose, confidence in yourself, and keep working. Everything will fall in place.
Thank you, Swati ma'am, for those motivating words. Thank you, Subri sir and Swati
Sujay,
ma'am, for sharing your.
Sujay,
Yes,
one.
sir.
I think I
Yes.
see some questions coming in Q&A. Let me try answering those questions as well. And
Sure,
I
sir.
think one of the student or parent is asking, what should students do if they fail in the first examination of main JEE main? As I mentioned, JEE conducts main exam twice in a year, January and April. So in case if a child has not done well in the January exam, so there is a second attempt, child, when he does well in the second exam, that score only is going to be taken into account. In case you have done very well in the first attempt and in second attempt you did not do well, so your first exam score is going to be taken into account. In case in case for some reason, because of their health constraints and family constraint, if child could not attempt first exam in January, they have option of taking second exam in April. Or they have attempted first attempt in January, they could not attempt in April, so first attempt score is going to be taken. So as I mentioned, best of the score is going to be taken into account. That is one question that has come. I hope we answered your question. And there is also a second question. Is coaching really necessary to crack competitive exams like IIT, JEE, NEET? And how students maintain their mental stress and problems during their long preparation? I think a wonderful question. And to answer this question, see, there are good junior colleges, good schools like Rockwoods. What we do is coaching and teaching, everything is blended, integrated nicely so that children, they don't have to go to different places, attend different classes at different teachers and all that. When it is integrated and given nicely in the curated fashion in the year 1 11th and year 2 in 12th, it becomes stress free for children, and children also will be able to prepare because they will have a good connection with the college and school, and they will be able to prepare without any stress. They will be able to perform better in the exams. And one last question, I think I will take this up and we can close it, Sujaya. um, so when does NEET exam is conducted? So typically NEET exam is conducted first Sunday of May month. So first Sunday of May month is typically conducted NEET examination. And about NEET, one more clarification that I wanted to give. At this point of time, it is based on pen and paper. However, we get to hear some rumors, maybe down the line, maybe a year, maybe a couple of years down the line, that exam also might go on to online, like the way how JEE Main and advanced CUET, EPSET exams are currently being conducted. I hope we answered all the questions. Back to you, Sujaya.
Thank you for sharing such valuable insights. It is clear that success in IIT JEE and NEET requires strong conceptual understanding, consistent practice, proper mentoring, and emotional support. Rockwoods International School strives to provide exactly this environment for students. So thank you, Subhi sir and Ms. Swati, once again. Thank you to our parents for joining us today. The webinar may end, but the door to Rockwoods is always open. Visit our Gatkesar and Bibinagar campus or connect with us over a call. Let's help your child celebrate learning while reaching the stars. We look forward to supporting your child's academic journey, and we will be revisiting another interesting topic on the coming Wednesday. So stay tuned. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you all.